How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 78 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we'll be talking about another supposed leak. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if this leak is true or not, so make sure you take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description bar down below, but before we get started, I have a few things that I need to tell you guys. First of all, if you guys have not yet already, I highly recommend you join my Discord channel. As of now, we have over 1,400 members and we continue to grow each and every day. Pretty soon, we are going to be doing a Discord-only giveaway, so I highly recommend you join. It is 100% free to do so, and there is a ton of great Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Nintendo discussion that is going on all of the time. If you guys would like to join, you can find a link in both the description as well as the pinned comment. The other thing that I want to tell you guys is that if you want to help support the channel even more than you already are just by watching this video, you can find links in my description as well as the pinned comment to both my Patreon account and a place where you can donate. Everyone who is a patron or donates gets some perks that are really awesome, including first priority on streams and stuff like that, so make sure you go donate there if you would like to, but never feel obligated to. And now, with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leak. One last thing before we start talking about it is I am now giving you guys a spoiler warning. I am going to do this before each and every leak because a lot of you guys don't want to be spoiled by this kind of stuff, and that is 100% okay, so just be warned, there might be potential spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to watch, I recommend you click off the video now because we are about to get started. So today's leak comes from Smashboards and it is titled, "Here's Everything." It starts by saying, "The Prima guide is almost finished and set to be printed in the first week of October. If all goes according to plan, I should be able to get my hands on a copy and take pictures. However, I do have a full list of every character, assist trophy, stage, and Pokemon in the game. I even have every song, LOL. I'll post those if someone asks, but not going to include it in this post as it'll make an already long post much longer." So before we jump into the new characters, I want to explain a little bit about what the Prima guide is. So do you guys remember when you would go into GameStop or Toys R Us or Target or something like that, and you would buy a brand new game and there was a book sitting next to them which had a lot of information about the game inside of it? That's what the Prima strategy guide is. So I remember them specifically when I bought Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Red, and Zelda Ocarina of Time. You would buy this book and it had all this information about it. There was also a couple of them for Super Smash Bros. I'm pretty sure there was one for Brawl that I bought, and it had a list of every single character in it, which means if the guide is getting printed right now, it would have every single character on the Smash Ultimate base roster. So on this list, the guy decided to list every single character that was already confirmed along with the characters that have yet to be confirmed. For the sake of keeping this video not super long, I'm going to go over just the characters that have not yet been confirmed. So first of all, in terms of the brand new Echo Fighters, we are getting 4 of them, and the first one we have is the Black Knight as an Echo Fighter for Ike. After him, we have Black Shadow as an Echo Fighter for Captain Falcon, followed by Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu, and finally Shadow as an Echo Fighter for Sonic. After that, we move on to the brand new fighters. First of all, we have Zeno as a brand new newcomer. After him, we have Dixie Kong as a newcomer and not an echo of Diddy Kong. Then we have Incineroar as our new Gen 7 Pokemon rep, followed by Mach Rider, who I presume is going to be our brand new retro rep. After him, we have Steve from Minecraft as a brand new newcomer, and finally, Vault Boy from the Fallout series as a newcomer. Next up, we move on to the brand new, not yet shown assist trophies. First of all, we have 9volt as a new one, followed by Captain Rainbow, then the Champions of Hyrule, the Creeper from Minecraft, Fawful from Mario, GB, Klonoa, Nabbit, Rabbids, Shantae, Solitaire of Astora, Tails, Toadsworth, Travis Touchdown, and then the final new assist trophy is the Wii Remote Safety Instructor. After that, we have the brand new Pokemon that have yet to be shown off. First of all, we have Alolan Geodude, then Blaziken, Cosmog, Decidueye, which is a shocker because we all thought Decidueye was going to be our new playable Pokemon, Diglett, Fletchling, Hitmonchan, Lycanroc, Necrozma, Nihilego, Skitty, Solrock, Tapu Fini, and then finally Tapu Koko, who is another kind of shocker because once again, a lot of people thought that Tapu Koko was going to be our new playable Pokemon character, but as we know from this leak, we will be getting Incineroar. And then finally, we move on to the new stages, and we see that we get 5 of them. So the first one we get is one called Helios 1, then a Mock Rider stage, followed by an Overworld stage, then Pack Maze, and finally we get a new Pokefloats 2, so I assume it's just going to be an updated version of Pokefloats. So now that we've gone over the entire leak in detail, let's talk about it a little bit. And remember guys, if you want to go over the entire leak and read all of the stuff, like all of the old characters with all of the new characters, you can find a link to the original post in the description bar. So guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the new Pokemon, and then we're going to work our way up to the brand new characters. So let's talk about them. So first of all, in terms of the new Pokemon, the two that really stood out to me were Blaziken and Decidueye. The other one that kind of stood out to me was Lycanroc, but we already knew that Vergaben disconfirmed Lycanroc, so Decidueye and Blaziken, in terms of these two, both of these characters were highly requested, and a lot of people thought that we were going to get to play as them, but since we are not going to be able to, and they are just going to be Pokeball Pokemon, at least they are going to be in the game. Like, that makes me happy at least. Like, even though Decidueye isn't going to be our Gen 7 Pokemon rep, at least he will still be represented in some way. So now we're going to move on to assist trophies, and we're actually going to go through these guys one by one. So first of all, we have 9-Volt from WarioWare, and honestly, I'm not too sure how he's going to be an assist trophy, but I'm excited to see how he's implemented. After that, we have Captain Rainbow. So Captain Rainbow is actually from a Wii game that is exclusive to Japan, so I really don't know that much about him, but hopefully his inclusion in Smash means that we will get it localized in the States. And then after that, we have the Champions of Hyrule, and obviously those guys were a given just because they're from Breath of the Wild, and everyone really wants them to be in Smash in some way, so of course they're going to be in. Then we have the Creeper from Minecraft, and obviously if we're getting Steve, we're going to get some sort of assist trophy, and the Creeper seems like the best one. And then Fawful from Super Mario. Obviously a lot of people really like Fawful, and they were hoping he'd be a new character, but once again, at least he's in as an assist trophy. So then we have GB from an old game. I don't remember exactly what it's from, but I'm excited to see how he's going to be implemented. Then Klonoa is awesome. Nabbit is awesome. He's going to probably do the same thing he does on the Super Mario Bros. U stage. Then we have the Rabbids. We know that Nintendo and Ubisoft are on really good terms, so obviously they're going to make it in. Then Shantae. I was actually a little surprised to read that she's going to be an assist trophy, but I guess we're just going to get a lot of indie characters as assist trophies, which is really cool in a lot of ways, but I kind of wish she was playable. Then we have Solitaire of Astora, who actually got his own amiibo. He's from Dark Souls, so that's really funny. I'm glad he made it in. Then Tails is a new assist trophy. Obviously, that's really cool because that means we have 2 Sonic characters as assist trophies. Then we have Toadsworth. I'm not really sure what Toadsworth is going to do, but I love Toadsworth, so I'm excited to see it. Travis Touchdown. A lot of people thought that he was going to make it into the game, but I guess he's just making it in as an assist trophy. And finally, the Wii Remote Safety Instructor. If he actually makes it in, that is hilarious, but I don't think he's going to, which is why I'm starting to doubt this leak a little bit, but if he does make it in, that would be really funny. In terms of the new stages, it looks like each of the newcomers is going to be getting some kind of stage revolving around them. I'm not personally sure what Helios 1 is or the Overworld stage is supposed to be, but I know Mock Rider is for Mock Rider. Pack Maze, I know they had that on the 3DS. Hopefully they're going to give that in more updated model. And Pokefloats 2, I'm super excited about because I loved Pokefloats 1 in Melee. I know a lot of people weren't that fond of it because it wasn't tournament legal or whatever, but it was a super fun stage, and I'm really glad they're bringing it back, hopefully with updated Pokemon. So now let's move on to the brand new characters, and let's start with the Echo Fighters. So the first Echo Fighter we're going to be getting is the Black Knight as an Echo Fighter for Ike. So right away, you guys already know that I made that whole video about the Black Knight being an Echo Fighter for Ike, so if you guys haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you do so. But I already thought that he was going to be in the game, so getting the confirmation that he is makes me really happy. After that, we move on to Black Shadow as an Echo Fighter for Captain Falcon, and I think that that is really cool and really smart on Nintendo's part, and here's why. So we all know that Ganondorf's moveset is moving away from Captain Falcon's, so we really don't have a villain to represent Captain Falcon's moveset, and now we're going to get Black Shadow, who is an F-Zero villain, who will have the same moveset as Captain Falcon, but it'll just be like the evil version that a lot of people really like. I really hope that he plays kind of like the old Ganondorfs do, but I guess we'll find out when we get to play as him, but overall, those two characters are really cool and a welcomed addition. So then we move on, and the next two Echo Fighters we have are Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu and Shoutout as an Echo Fighter for Sonic. And honestly, I'm not going to talk that much about them because everyone and their mother is already expecting both of these characters to make it in as Echo Fighters. And Vergaben came out and claimed that Ken was going to be an Echo Fighter in the game anyway, so it already makes a lot of sense that these two are on the list. So now let's move on to the original character. So the first newcomer on the list is Zeno, and I've already talked about him so much that we're just going to move on to the next character, which is Dixie Kong. Now Dixie Kong is super interesting because she's not an Echo Fighter for Diddy Kong, but actually her own unique fighter, and honestly I could not be happier. Dixie is a very unique character, so it makes a lot of sense that she is not an Echo Fighter. Not only that, but she is one of the main 3 Donkey Kong protagonists, which means that she definitely deserves to not be an Echo Fighter and be unique, so I'm very happy about that. So next up we have Incineroar, and obviously you guys already know how I feel about Incineroar, but if you are new to the channel, just know that I do want Incineroar in the game, and I'm glad he made it onto the list. After that we have Mach Rider, and now Mach Rider is actually extremely interesting because for those of you guys who don't know, Mach Rider was actually planned to be in a Smash game before, but Sakurai couldn't figure out a way to make his jump animation look good, so he never made it into the game, which makes me really upset because I always wanted Mach Rider to be in the game, but now that he's making it in as our new retro rep, it makes me extremely happy. After that, we move on to Steve from Minecraft, and honestly, I am not sure how I feel about this at all. On the one hand, Steve is one of the most iconic video game characters of all time now, but on the other hand, does he really belong in Super Smash Bros.? I'm not really sure. I guess we're going to have to wait and see if this list is true or not, and if it is, maybe he'll be the very last reveal. Who knows? And then finally, the last character on this list is Vault Boy from Fallout. And honestly, I don't know much about Vault Boy because I haven't played Fallout games too in depth, so let me know what you guys think about Vault Boy in the comment section down below. So now that we've talked about this entire leak, do I believe that this is true? Honestly, I'm going to give it a solid maybe. The guy claims that he is going to give us proof pretty soon, so if he does provide the proof, then we know it's true, and if he doesn't provide the proof, then we know it's false. But let me know what you guys think about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you believe that this leak is true, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.